Many people in northern Uganda who endured years of war and underdevelopment feel little has been done by government to improve their lives, despite billions of shillings that have been spent on different recovery initiatives for the region. There is a growing feeling among some opinion leaders in northern Uganda that the solutions for the region's recovery will have to be developed from within. Opinions were gathered from a dialogue on recovery in northern Uganda held in Gulu on Friday. The dialogue, held under the theme Reflections on Recovery in northern Uganda, drew a range of opinions from across the social and political spectrum. Human rights lawyer Nicholas Opio says even though recovery projects were implemented, many vulnerable people still suffer.
There are key issues that haven't been addressed satisfactorily. The question of psychosocial support and trauma that have inflicted upon our people for a very long time have been left unaddressed. There are also still biting problems and poverty, biting problems of access to quality services like schools, health centers. Our kids do not score good grades in school.
Opio believes there is a leadership crisis and the current crop of political leaders meant to guide and lead the community have instead turned selfish.
The example I gave in my keynote address is the question of Karuma Dam. The Karuma Dam is being built, but the infrastructure for delivering that power is being built going towards Kampala, not coming towards northern Uganda. And if our leaders are quiet, the region suffers from acute power shortage.
There was also an acknowledgement of the necessity for meaningful land reforms that take into consideration the people in northern Uganda whose only source of income is from the land.
For me, I would implore on government to look at this issue in a very strategic way that engages the owners of this land to avoid potentials of conflict happening. Otherwise, if we come up with compulsory acquisition of land without involving the locals or without ensuring that the compensation package is comprehensive, that ensures someone whose land is going to be taken can use the same amount of money for compensation to get another option or alternative piece of land, then you're leaving us landless.
Powerful people who want to grab land slap charges on innocent, illiterate, poor villagers who are landowners, who have land, customer land, and they lock them up in the criminal justice system. I met too many people from my comfort who said they are serving sentences or are waiting trials in the courts of law, not because they committed a crime, but because they were involved in a land dispute.
The leaders hoped that if the proposed National Peace and Reconciliation Bill were to become law, it would go some way in addressing some of the unresolved issues from years of conflict and neglect in northern Uganda.
Reparation should include restitution, making sure that those who lost the property, those who lost the lives of their dear ones, are given prompt and adequate compensation on top of giving the cattle that was lost by families in northern Uganda, and not northern Uganda now. This law will speak for the whole country.
Bishop MacLeod Ochola II of Kitgum Diocese says such leaders, be local or national, have a prerogative to providing solutions rather than looking on. Ultimately, it is hoped that the people of northern Uganda will be encouraged to take a bigger role in finding solutions to their problems and demanding for accountability from their leaders if lasting development is to come to the region.